Hi everybody. Before we get started with today's video, I just want to tell you that things don't always go as planned. So I'll get into that a little bit later, but right now I'm going to show you how I made this candy cane sweater deal. This is a Dollar Tree wreath form. I wrapped it with masking tape from Dollar Tree and then used some Mod Podge from Dollar Tree and some brown paper bags from Dollar Tree and just kind of paper mache over it. The masking tape would be enough, but I just wanted a little bit sturdier something. This is the sleeve of a sweater I got from Goodwill. If you go looking for a sweater, try the plus size section because they're bigger. Obviously, you're getting more for what you're paying. And the sleeves tend to be a little bit longer. And this is just part of one sleeve. But I figured with the sweater I got, it was an extra large. It wasn't even like a big and tall size or a plus size. I could probably do 3 of these, maybe 4. 1 with each sleeve and then 2 at the back. It was kind of like a V-cut, so there wasn't enough in the front, but yeah. And what I'm going to do here is, because I want the cables on the sweater, on the knit, to follow the middle of the candy cane, I'm gluing that down first. And it's a knit, you can pull it, you can stretch it, it's got a lot of give. So I'm going through and I'm just gluing it down and making sure I get this part down first. And I'm just kind of working in sections throughout this whole thing. As you can see, there's a lot of holding. I mean, this is sped up, but obviously this is sped up. But yeah, I'm getting this down all the way. And I started at the hook of the candy cane because I was okay with having the armband at the base of the candy cane. Because, you know, it's obviously knitted, and I thought it would be nice to have the ribbing down there. So I'm just gluing and pulling and stretching because I want to have enough to wrap around the end like I did on top. Then I'm folding that up right there. And depending on how much of a perfectionist you are, you could go through when this is done and not even cover up the back. I ended up covering mine with felt, but it's not necessary because it kind of looked okay by itself. I mean, if you're making this for yourself, it doesn't really matter, but if you're making this to sell, I would, go back and clean it up. So now I'm gluing down the sides, still on the front, and as I'm gluing that down, I'm also gluing down the back. And the end right there is just going to get wrapped up like a present on both sides. So see, this is whole section all done. And I was a little bit more liberal with the glue underneath the cables because it was thicker, but you don't want the shiny spots of glue showing through the sweater material. Or the actual sweater, I guess, not sweater material. Coffee break. I was filming this... Oh god, when was I filming this? I don't even know. I think it was Saturday. And I just felt like I was exhausted. I just felt like I had to get it done. Because I was sick Wednesday. Thursday was Thanksgiving. Friday, I was in the hospital, emergency room, twice in one day. And then I had to wait up. I was so tired when I got home from the hospital, and I had to wait until 9 o'clock, which when you've been awake for as long as I had been, it was awful. I had to wait up super late for a courier to deliver my new antibiotics. It was a lot, and I should have not done anything and just, given myself the time to relax and watch a movie or something, but I didn't, and it kind of comes to a head in this video. So now I'm tucking the bottom in here, making sure it all looks nice, cutting out any extra bulk. See where you're kind of pressing these together. If you had cut this perfectly, if you had the perfect size sweater, you could just glue one side down, glue the other side over it, and it would just, because there's some spots in here where it doesn't look bad. But I still went back afterwards and covered up the whole back with several pieces of felt, just strips. And I clipped the inside corners to go around the curve and everything, so. That's about it though. I mean, this was pretty easy to do. I bought these and I covered it with paper mache I don't know, it had to be in October, and I just could not, everything I tried did not work. So here I'm showing you, this is how I ended up, you know, cutting several small strips so they could go around the curve of the cane. And there it is, and I think it looks great just like that. Masculine, you know, if you needed like a little masculine something. So now I am now I'm trying out this easy bow maker because I'm tired of my bows not looking the way I want to, and let me tell you, this is where we take a turn. This is 5-inch ribbon I'm using now, and I start out with a, let's see, a 6-inch loop, so that's going to give me a 12-inch bow. I don't know what I was thinking, that this bow had to be this big with ribbon that was this big. But I just keep seeing these bows that people are making with this thing, and they're so nice, and they're so even, and I wanted that. I don't think this is any easier than making a bow by hand, but it is more consistent. I think if you have consistency on your own, then this is completely unnecessary, and I think if you have strong hands um that don't betray you every time you're trying to do something, then maybe you don't need this. But if you are differently abled in any kind of way, or have any kind of disability, or any kind of chronic gnawing pain with you every single day, then maybe this is something that would be good for you. So because, you know, it was a sweater, it was a knit, I didn't want to put anything too glittery or sparkly or shiny or anything, so I just went with the houndstooth, a burlap with a snowflake, a velvet, and then kind of a flannel plaid. And I'm putting them together with a piece of wire. Now that the bow's all fluffed up, I'm putting it on here, and this is when I realized that it is enormous, and you can't even tell this is a candy cane anymore. So at this point, I'm done with this project. Like, I just want it to be over, but I still want it to be done. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it, so I took the wire off to take the back layer off, because I knew that would help, because it wouldn't be as big. And then, for whatever stupid reason, I grabbed the pipe cleaner instead of a piece of wire. I don't know why I did this. Yeah, I was tired. And I'm fluffing it out again, and at this point in the video, I just kind of give up. I'm tightening it, and I'm so tired, and my hands hurt, and everything hurts, and I'm done, and I can't do it anymore. I don't know. But I keep going, because why wouldn't I keep going? Because that's what you have to do. When everything hurts and you're stressed because your car doesn't work and everything that can be wrong with you is wrong with you, you just have to keep going, because there's only one alternative to not keeping going, and I'm not ready to admit defeat that easily. So I get the bow back together and, you know, straighten things out, flip things up, and I am audibly sobbing throughout this whole section of the video. And I don't even know what to say. It wasn't good. It was a really hard night over a bow. But I'm stressed. You know, things are really hard. And if one thing was hard, it would be fine, but everything's hard. I mean, as much as I didn't see it happening, I didn't think it was going to happen, I just broke because these weren't even, and I gave up because sometimes you have to.